Good morning, everyone. I'm Howard Deskin, Senior Director of Strategic Development here at Web Strategies, and I am joined today by my wonderful teammate, Kristen Harrison, our Director of Business Development. Say hello to Kristen. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Web Strategies, who are we? We're a digital lead generation and marketing company, and we specialize in working with equipment manufacturers who come to us when they want to generate more quality leads online. They are struggling with developing technical content and getting it in front of their audience. They want to better track their ROI of their sales and marketing activities. They're interested in incorporating tools like HubSpot into their marketing and sales, or have Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics as their CRM and want to integrate HubSpot with it. We live and breathe digital marketing for manufacturers and have many significant client success stories to share. And each year, we survey equipment manufacturers from across the country to take a pulse on of marketing in their industry. We learn what they're focusing on. We learn about their budgets and where they want to place their attention for the year, and what tactics have been effective for them, and what changes they see on their horizon. We have this full survey report available for download with a link on this page. And today we've pulled out a few of the top findings from the survey results, and we're going to share those with you. So here we go. Kristen, tell us what's happening with manufacturing marketing budgets.
So overall, marketing budgets for manufacturers, they've either remained the same or they've increased in 2022. 5% of those surveyed are decreasing their overall marketing budget, but 39% increase their overall marketing budget. So it's always a question of where do we increase, what our budget is, what are the best channels? And look, let's just face it. I think it's such a struggle for some people to have a full digital mindset and adopt digital marketing as such a primary force, especially for manufacturers. But I think we've kind of stopped that conversation. We need to be forward motion, very progressive in our thoughts, because at this point, I mean, digital is the only way, in our opinion. So going to the next slide, Howard, digital marketing channels remain primary marketing focus for manufacturers. And in 2023, they're favorable digital channels over more costly offline channels. So TV, billboard, radio, the things and the like are a little bit more costly than regular digital marketing channels. 61% increased their marketing budget, and the remainder of them kept them the same, which is obviously the sign that digital is here to stay. We know that trade shows are so important. It's such a lead generator for you. Budgets went back up. Howard and I went to one. There was more people there in one area than I feel like I've ever seen in my entire life. It was almost overwhelming. So they're totally back to where they once were, maybe if not even more. But how can we incorporate digital on top of that? Or it's a great lead generator, but how do we know that the people that you met actually converted to business? You probably don't, but if you had good digital channels, good CRM, good HubSpot, you would be able to track those. So that's what we can help you with. Sorry, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there because this is my sweet spot. So I'm going to shift it back over to you to talk about change in industry.
All right. So we asked a couple of questions about this. Specifically, what folks felt was the biggest change they were going to see in the manufacturing space as it relates to marketing and sales in the next 3 years. And here's kind of the top ones that they responded with. And one is the whole buying process, really how companies and buyers are interacting with salespeople. During the pandemic, there wasn't any face-to-face selling going on, or very limited amount. So people kind of learned that they don't have to see a salesperson to actually buy something from your company. And we think that has even gotten more of the trend more recently, especially with all the Zoom meetings and digital tools that are out there, and companies trying to save money on travel and so forth. So that model has changed as far as how folks are interacting with the salesperson. Certainly the trade shows Kristen mentioned, yeah, a lot of people have gone back to the trade shows, but we're hearing that it's more about seeing your customers. It's a central place to see your customers instead of having to go travel around the country to each customer. So it's, really good for that. But companies we talk to are getting more selective on how many trade shows they actually go to. And there was an increase in maybe a first for virtual trade shows as well during the pandemic. So that's always an option now too. One of the big ones we're finding, and the survey confirmed this, is that the B2B buyers, people that buy your equipment and parts, they really want to have more of a B2C experience because they've gotten used to the Amazons and the Walmarts and how people shop online. So they expect similar, maybe not all the way there, but some of the way there to the B2C, very well-oiled machine online experience, being able to see everything they need to know about a product online, pictures, videos, reviews, and so forth. So that's something that the expectations have shifted there, something to be thinking about. And then that we know that it takes multiple touch points more than ever to actually get a sale. So we're big believers in providing as much information as possible that answers your buyer's questions. So setting yourself apart with that type of valuable content, whether it's written content, video content, webinars, podcasts, however you can get the information out there for your customers and prospects to easily access and digest, that is an important piece. And just this trend towards more of the digital component to the sales and marketing process and having a very strong presence online. Many of you have probably heard about ChatGPT and the various other Google's version as well of that. We think that's going to kind of take away some of the interactions you may be experiencing today. People will just be able to get more information online than they ever had before. So something to be thinking about there. The next thing we asked was, what challenges are equipment manufacturers facing? And this is pretty standard. Generating new quality leads, that's generally at the top of the list. And that's the business we're in, helping our clients generate more quality leads. But the next two are interesting, and that is more emphasis on measuring results, measuring marketing results and the ROI from your marketing budgets that Kristen showed you were growing in the digital space. Digital is a great way to help you track everything you're doing, measure the ROI as well. So that's becoming more important. The tools are there for use. And then the time and budget constraints, we hear that a lot from the marketing directors we work with. They just wear a lot of hats, asked to do a lot of things. They don't have as much time or budget that they need to really deliver and execute on all these different tactics that are available now in the digital world, along with some of the offline, like the trade shows. So, that's a big one that we see there as well. And if we drill a little deeper into the time and budget constraints, it's a lot around content, around creating content, what type of content to write about, how do you measure the ROI of your content. Those are really important, and we are proponents of finding somebody in-house that can actually create the content for you. A lot of companies think their engineers can do it, but those folks are generally, designing new products or tweaking products, and they've got a lot of information, but to get them to actually write is difficult. So we recommend contracting with a writer who knows your industry, or hiring someone who can do content and maybe do some video for you as well. And they can partner with your marketing director and your digital marketing agency, if you have one, who would help develop all the strategy and the planning and the tracking around content. So we feel that that's a trend that we're seeing as well, having that expertise a little bit more in-house. Any thoughts on that, Kristen?
know just how important it is, and that we literally, Howard and I are in probably, I don't know, too many meetings to count a day, and we all say the same thing. We say the same thing throughout the meetings, that going to more of a direction of having an in-house content writer is smarter business for you. It will, if we can, or your marketing person, your marketing person, when you have in-house, can work with just a content writer to have you understand the business, know the business, write the content, and then it gets optimized on the side. The model is it's extremely beneficial.
Excellent. And we have some additional resources for you. The links are on the page here below this recording. So take a look at those as well on our website. All right, Kristen. So this is a passion play for you.
No,
Let's address a way to increase leads and close more business that you know a lot about.
Yeah. So increasing leads and closing more business, that's my job. So our survey results indicate that Google advertising, SEO, content, and email marketing generate the best results for equipment manufacturers. Don't count out Bing. However, the content and email marketing go so well together, and we know that there's so much room to grow within marketing automation. Howard was talking a lot about reporting and attribution tracking and stuff. All of that could be done in HubSpot. It's a great opportunity for marketers to reach more prospects and clients by implementing a marketing automation tool such as HubSpot. It offers a real hands-off approach, more automated approach. And you can see 47% of our respondents report that they don't have a marketing automation tool. So it's pretty common in your industry that we're not thinking about marketing automation. So it's time for us to lean into the huge opportunity for equipment manufacturers that you can leverage a robust marketing automation platform that will improve your marketing results, nurture your relationships with existing customers. And when you integrate with the sales CRM, if most of you have Salesforce, if not, we can do the HubSpot CRM. But it's invaluable for that personalized and effective marketing relationship online, good sales outreach, you increase your efficiency, and it's better for day-to-day operations. So I always kind of joke with Howard that he would automate my life if he could. He's like super into automation. He's taught me so much. And when you're a traditional salesperson, your mind is like a jumbled up piece of yarn. You're going 10 million miles a minute at all times. If I didn't have the good CRM that he's trained me to use, I would not be effective at all. So in addition to being super effective in the sales process, a good marketing automation tool is going to address your biggest challenges. That's generating new and effective quality leads, measuring your results, proving ROI, and creating and distributing that content for your target audience. So it's about generating that personalized service online, having your salespeople stay on top of their leads, and proving ROI, and distributing content across all channels. That's what we have found to be kind of the secret sauce in all of this. I tried to hold myself back from doing too much of a tangent. I tried to stay on your script as much as possible.
Pretty well. All right, we'll take it. But as you can see, about half of the manufacturers we surveyed have a tool if you combine the four to the right of the not using. So it's about half. It's gotten better. We see more people, many of the manufacturers we talk to and work with, they've got some flavor of a CRM, Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics, Sage, for example, but they're not leveraging that data, that information that's in the CRM.
Well, they're just not connected, right?
Yeah,
they're using it. They're using it in like siloed purposes, right, and not like looking at it holistically as all departments work together.
Yep. And your data is a major asset for your business. So just like your inventory is. All right.
That's right.
So in summary, these are the big three areas that the survey results kind of tell us. One is that targeting the right folks for new business is really important. And digital advertising has been very effective on Google and Bing. Bing has become better, We find it very valuable to use Bing advertising, and because Microsoft owns Bing and LinkedIn, Bing is now incorporating some of the cool targeting features that LinkedIn has. So you should take a look at that. Also, LinkedIn, the targeting on LinkedIn is great. If you've got your lists of companies and people you're trying to go after, really good there as well. So we think in 2023 that those are important areas to allocate budget to. We talked a lot about content that attracts prospects to your site. We know it can be a challenge, but taking a strategic approach with figuring out what to write about, what people are searching for in your industry, and how you can have the best pages on the site that answer their questions, and being really consistent with producing content, and that can include written content, video, and so on, 2 to 4 pieces a month. And don't forget about taking a look at the content you've produced in the past. It's probably ripe for a refresh and an optimized effort. And it's been proven time and time again that having really good content will attract folks to your site and turn those folks into leads. And marketing automation, we spent a lot of time and energy talking about that today. We believe it's still an untapped resource, but it really offers better outreach and lead generation ROI, along with lots of operational efficiencies to really use it effectively in tandem with your CRM. Any parting words of wisdom, Kristen?
Just that I think kind of stepping out of the old school mentality or the easier way to do things and stepping into a more getting out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself. All the magic happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. So talk to your marketing folks, talk to your agency, or call us if you want any further clarification on these topics, if you have any questions. Just imagine, for my sales folks out there, imagine that you're at a trade show, you meet somebody, they're automatically in you scan it with literally a phone, scan your business card, they're in your CRM, they're automatically going into a workflow to engage them, and your cold lead turns into a very warm lead down the funnel by the time you jump on the plane and get home.
Yeah, I've experienced that, because I get home, I'm like, did I talk to this person?
I know,
There,
right?
I got an email from them. So, but
yeah,
it's a good way to stay top of mind. We have some additional resources available on our website as well. So you can click on the link below this video. And as Kristen mentioned, if you have any questions, the easiest way to reach us is just send an email at contact@webstrategiesinc.com, or click the link below to book a meeting with us. Thanks again for joining us today. We look forward to sharing more wonderful information on how to increase your leads and sales in our next session. Thank you.
thanks. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.